Hey there, beautiful friends. Kyle here for the Gemstone Orphanage. And today we are making this super whimsical and cute pair of earrings featuring these adorable little crystal Ellies that were in the September's Gemstone Orphanage box. And also these amazing sparkly little triangle ombre crystals that just look so fabulous together. I love this pink and green combo. So guys, if you want to learn how to make these, then stick around. Okay, friends. So today, like I said, we are making these super cute little elephants. And so this is it's an easy project. It's an easy wire wrapping project. Nothing hard here, guys, but I am going to teach you a little trick. And I might have taught this before, I don't remember, about how to do this little half figure eight loop on the back so that we can connect that elephant right in the middle of this drop. So let's see. So today we are going to need 2 of these crystal elephants. They are just so sparkly and so cute. You're going to need 2 6mm jump rings. You're going to need 2 head pins. I've chosen ball head pins. You can do any head pin of your choice will work. 2 ear wires. You are going to need 2 pieces of roughly 7 inches of 22 gauge wire. This is German style wire from Beadalon. And you are also going to need 66 of these triangle crystals. Now, guys, what I did was I took them off the strand and then I arranged them, of course, doing the pink. I did the dark pink and then to the light pink, into the light green, and then the dark green. So that is going to be, I've already laid this out because I don't want to bore you with doing that again. So tools that you are going to need today. For the wire, if you have one of these wire straighteners, these are really great to have. You're also going to need some kind of a mandrel. This is the artistic wire mandrel thing, the off-brand. So either something like this, if you have it, or any kind of wooden dowel or whatever kind of mandrels that you normally use. You are also going to need your cutters, and then you're just going to need some pliers. I have some chain nose pliers and I have some bent chain nose pliers. And then also, guys, you can certainly do that loop with your tool, but I use one of these little tubes. Guys, if you know like Kelly Sutton, the barrel knot queen, she uses these tubes here. I also use these, but for wire as well, because I find that it helps me. I have some mobility issues, so sometimes I have trouble manipulating certain shapes with the tools. So I find that really helps me. All right, so let's get started. And I don't know why I cut 2 pieces of wire because I already obviously have 1 earring done. So I'm going to go ahead and put that to the side. And let me start by straightening this wire out. So I'm going to get this, and I'm also going to get my bent chain nose pliers. I like to use these because these have little teeth in there. I don't know if you can see them. And so they just really hold on to this wire well. And then I'm going to take my pliers, my nylon jaw pliers, and just kind of straighten this wire out just a little bit. We're also heating it up a little bit so it'll work really nice for us, and then it will naturally work harden a little bit too as well. So you just want to do that a couple times. And so, you know what? I did forget one thing. Just give me 1 second. You know what? Never mind, guys. I was going to get a little bead stopper to put on the end of here, but I'm just going to go ahead and take my round nose pliers. I'm just going to put a little loop here at the bottom of this wire, just as a little bead stop, right? Just in case my beads want to go down there, because we are going to start loading them on. Making this little loop here will keep them from falling off. I'm so sorry if I'm having trouble focusing. Just a new phone, and I'm just getting used to all of the new angles. So I'm going to start loading on, like I said. So now I set my greens here, as these will come up and be the top, and then the pinks are in the middle. So we're just going to go ahead and string it on like this. And this might be a process, but that's okay. Gives us a chance to catch up, right? You know, when I was making this project, I was like, you're going to have to be on camera putting these little tiny beads on this wire. And that might be a problem because my dexterity, you know, is not great. And I cannot see these holes. I cannot see the holes. I'm trying really hard. And guys, I don't think it matters how you put these on. Just get them on there. Just get them on there. They all kind of stack up nicely with each other. You know? Oh my goodness. Of course, I'm taking some fuzz with me. Cat fuzz, human fuzz, bead mat fuzz. Who knows? Just some kind of fuzz. But yeah, so we're just going to be loading those on. We're going from dark green to light green. And then I also, like right here, I threw in some clear. You want to throw in some clear to kind of give that little, you know, neutral space. And now we're going to start working into our pink. So we started with this really, really light pink. Now, guys, I said you needed, how many did I say? 50 something? You need 66 triangles. So we're putting 60 on the wire. Okay. This is 60 because then we have 3 for this top portion. So we're only doing 60 on the, in the loop. And then we're going to do 3 on the top. So that makes your 66. So make sure you are putting, you know, 6 aside, 3 for each earring. And you can do whatever colors you want. I chose to do 2 pinks and a green. Just because it's up at the top here. And I figured this is more green. So then I would just break it up with doing green, you know, pink. But that's just me. We all know how I am about random selections. Nothing I do is random. I try to be random, but it's hard. But this is not exactly a design that you want to be random with, right? We are purposefully doing an ombre. I had thought about doing a wrap bracelet with all the, like, just taking all of the beads the way they were on the strand. Guys, I'm sorry this is taking me so long. But just putting it on wire and then taking, I think, do we have memory wire in that? I think we might have. But I was thinking about doing something like that just to keep all the beads together because I really love that whole ombre effect. You know, I did a bracelet similar to that for silver silk. Well, I didn't do it for silver silk. I did it with silver silk. But that I just put, Nile had taught that we just put the beads on the wire and then we take it and we kind of wrap it around the whatever the silver silk was that we were using. I believe it was pipe chain. And that was a really fun project. And I had thought about doing something similar to that. But I figured that was already done and that was not my design. So I don't want to just go and take credit for other people's stuff. You know, try to be a little original. Okay, guys, we're almost done. Somehow we got there. Maybe now the beads are going to give me an issue. Oh, look, you know what, though? I'm glad I caught myself because that one's got a little bit of green to it. So we want the complete clear one there. And they must have, when I took them off of the wire, they must have jumped over each other. Yeah, so we want that complete clear one there. And then we can we start in with the little light green. And then we move into our darker green. We are just here at the end. Thank goodness. So this is what you will have. Okay. So we can go ahead and kind of bring this into the middle a little bit. I'm wondering if I did 8 inches of wire, 7 inches of wire. I hope we have enough wire. We should be all right. So bring that into the middle. Now we're just going to start bringing our ends together. Right, and kind of crossing them. And now this is where you can go ahead and maybe insert your mandrel. And then you can kind of start shaping this. This is hard to do on film with 2 hands. So kind of just shaping this around your mandrel until you get a nice round shape and you know exactly where you're going. So now listen, we can round this up again. You know, we know it's going to be right here, and this is going to be a nice, you know, round shape. You can always come back to your mandrel, guys. If you get a little bit egg-shaped, you start getting a little bit, you know, wonky-donkey, you can come in here with your mandrel, and we're going to fix all that up. But first, we got to lock this in place, okay? So we're going to go here, and we're going to pick a wire. One wire is going to go up, and one wire is going to go to the back. So we're going to take this wire here to the back. So we want to take this and we want to bring it just back here to the back, folding that down, and then we want to bring this one up. This is what we have. This one has come to the back and this one has come to the top. And you can do that in one motion if you want. Again, if you want to bring your, round that up a little bit, you can, but guys, you're going to be doing that. It's going to get out of, you want to wait till like towards the end to really start shaping, because if you do it now, it's just going to keep getting out of shape and you're going to get frustrated. All right. So we are taking this wire here that is to the back, and we are now going to wrap. We are going to wrap this around, and I'm going to do it twice. Right now on this pass, we're going to come here. We're not going to quite finish this wrap, right? We're just going to bring this wire all the way over here. So now this is where I make my little loop. Now you can do this with tools, guys, for sure. You can even do it with your fingers. This is 22 gauge wire. You know, you can probably just loop that with your fingers. I like to be fancy and I like to use this little tube. So I will go in here and I will stick this tube in the crook right there. Now I will bring, as this wire is coming over here, because we're going to wrap here. So now we're going to take this under the tube. It's going to come to this side, and then we're going to continue the path of that, right? I hope that was on camera. And so we have this little figure 8, right? We took we put it here, we took the wire and we brought it back to its natural path, which was this side. Now holding this down, because you don't want to just start wrapping, this will come out of place. Hold your thumb here and then continue this wrap. And then that will secure your loop onto your component, and you can just go ahead and cut wherever you want. And there's your loop. Again, you can certainly do that. I've seen designers do it with their pliers. They've put their round nose pliers in here and they've done that. I tried that. It just didn't work for me. This is what works for me. And it makes a really, really pretty loop. That's a really pretty loop. Okay. So now we're going to go and we are going to cut this off, because we don't need him anymore, right? Trimming him off. Okay. And then we are just going to go ahead and just put him down a little bit. Guys, be careful here because you do have some very delicate crystals. We don't want to upset the natives too much. Okay. And there we go. And see what I'm saying? It's kind of an egg. We'll fix that. No problems. You can still fix it even with the loop. It's not a problem. Okay, so now we're going to go here and we're going to stack. Oh, yeah, we're going to stack. We're going to do, like I said, I'm going to do pink first, just because it plays off the green up here. I thought it would be more fun. Then we're going to do our green and then another pink. Right? And did I do a wrap loop up here? I sure did not. Okay. I did not do a wrap loop up here. So we're just going to take our little garden variety flat nose pliers. And actually you can bend this wire right over these crystals, but these are a little bit small. So I do like to use my tools. And I'm just going to kind of bend my wrist down and then chomp down. So I create this bend. Okay. And then I definitely did have enough wire, guys. That was 7 inches. So if you want to adjust, I get a little bit like Chicken Little, the sky has fallen with my wire, because I'm not real comfortable with it, with wire wrapping so much. And I like to make sure I have enough, because then if I run out, I'll feel foolish. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and cut. And I like to cut at about 1/4 inch here. Okay. And then we are going to take our round nose pliers and we are going to put them right flush up against, put it right there, flush up against this wire. And then I just like to do this one little turn motion, and then I will come back flush with that wire, and then I'll just go ahead and start my wraps. That was awkward. And I'll just continue to make wraps, right? Come in here, break the neck. That's not a bad looking wrap. This is a good day. I mean, wrap, loop. Guys, my simple loops sometimes are just obnoxious. But this one today seems to be, she's okay. We're going to go ahead and make sure that that is closed. Now, if you want to go ahead here and reshape, make sure you're reshaping with this figure 8, half figure 8 on the back of your component. So then just gently kind of bring it down. Okay. And then I just kind of do this with my fingers, wrap it around with my fingers and just kind of really shape it. And still looking a little bit eggy. Do I have this? Okay, making sure I had the circle mandrel and not the teardrop. Okay, just reshaping that. And that's a little bit better. And of course you can take your fingers and just gently push that up. And you can make a teardrop, guys. You can make whatever shape you want. If you have this tool, this came with 3 other mandrels. And so you can make whatever shapes that you want. All right, so now for the fun part. We're going to give our Ellie her home, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to take our head pin, right? And we are going to make, I believe I made a wrap loop here. Did I make a wrap loop here? It's been a while. I did. But you just want to be very, very careful, guys, because this crystal can crack really easily. I don't know if I put a stop bead. Sometimes I'll put an extra little bead on the top just so that that wrap is not, you know, going to break that crystal when we try to fix it up. So just be very, very careful here, guys. Very careful. So first, let's go ahead and make a bend in our wire. And we're not going to make a huge wrap loop. We're just going to do a nice, mindful, and demure wrap loop. Okay? That's what we're doing. Let me go back here. Okay? Bending that wire over top of the tool. So remember the last one when we did the simple wrap, we bent, you know, we bent the wire with the tool. Now we're bending the wire over the tool. And that will create a space where we can put wraps in. We're going to take our round nose pliers and we're going to make a small loop here. And guys, we are going to be attaching this elephant with a jump ring because it's just a lot easier than trying to attach it to the loop. Okay. And this is kind of thin wire, so I will use my tool to make these wraps. Go ahead and center that up. I didn't talk you through that at all, did I? I apologize, guys. Sometimes I take for granted. Okay, so we're just coming in here and we're making really pretty little tight wraps in here, right? Just like so. We're going to take that off the tool. And we're going to go ahead and cut. Guys, like I said, be very careful here because this is delicate. This is a little delicate. Okay. And that looks good. That looks okay. It's a little crooked here. There we go. And that's what you should have. Cute little guy. All right. And now we just get to attach him. So let's get our other pair of pliers that we like to use. And this is a 6mm jump ring, I believe. 5 or 6. It might be a 5. But this is a really thick jump ring. This is an 18 gauge. So she's not going anywhere. Ellie is she's in her home for good. All right. Just going to go ahead and attach that to your charm. Then we're going to attach that to the loop. It doesn't matter which side of the loop because she's just going to spin. And then what I like to do is I will put this down on my surface like this. So this way I'm using my table as leverage to keep this jump ring here. So then I can just come in with this tool, ideally, if I could see it. And then I can just close that. I can't even see it. There she is. And then to close your jump ring, you're always just side to side, right? Never up and down, guys. Always side to side. Making sure, and I like to do the little press and put my finger, sorry, that was loud. Making sure there is no daylight there, right? So there you have your little elephant. Guys, if you want to make a bigger loop, you of course can add more crystals. I wouldn't do less than this because then she won't really fit in there. If you do less, there won't be enough room for your elephant. Okay, and just kind of match them up. They both look nice and round now. And we're going to put our ear wire on. Oh, my cat just fell off the back of my chair. Okay, so I made that loop too small. So that's okay. We're just going to go ahead and we're going to, wrong side. Oops. We're going to go ahead and just fake it and act like we put it on there. Right? There she is. Nope, wrong side. Oh, these ear wires. Okay, so I'm going here. Then if I go this way, that should be the right side. Physics with Kyle 101. And there it is. And then you're just going to go ahead. If you have these kind of ear wires, you can use whatever ear wires you have. You can make your own if you want. I just like to sometimes use these. Are cute because they have this little ball here and they're just fun. Yeah, so there you go, guys. There is your simple, oops, please don't spin. There is your simple little fun, whimsical, guys. These are so adults, kids alike. Like, come on. This is like letting your little inner kid come out and play, right? These earrings are so sweet. Just really fun and cute. I'd like to thank the Gemstone Orphanage so much for always giving us such amazing beads that gives us just wonderful inspiration, guys. And and so I'll be back with a couple more tutorials over the next couple weeks. And I hope you're all doing well. Until then, have a great day, guys. Bye.